question that I saw when I was looking at the program was, how do we prepare the global information environment to support the rights of ethnic minorities within Russia and to empower them to freely express themselves and enable them to chart their own paths towards a future free from Moscow's exploitation and repression? Now, achieving this obviously requires the solidarity that important conferences like this seek to foster, but it also demands that Western societies, including Canada, and most importantly the Russian people, confront the dark history of Russia's Soviet-era colonization. This includes acknowledging the crimes committed by the regime, the cultures it sought to obliterate, and the exploitation and theft of resources and labor from the nations occupied by Moscow. To truly move forward, we have to hold the colonizers and perpetrators to account. The Kremlin spends millions of dollars annually to avoid this, to whitewash and indeed glorify the colonization and subjugation of millions of people across Eastern Europe, the Caucasus, and Central Asia. This is particularly evident on May 9th, the day that Vladimir Putin has cynically transformed from a solemn commemoration of World War II into a crass and vulgar celebration of Russian colonialism and neo-imperialist pride to both legitimize his own authority and to lay false claim on territories and nations once controlled by Moscow. Now, disturbingly, this vulgar glorification of Soviet-era colonialism has even extended into Canada, where these events in Toronto, Montreal, and other cities are often organized and funded by the Russian embassy to celebrate that dark history. Even after Russia's illegal occupation of Crimea in 2014, elected Canadian officials participated in May 9 events. In 2015, the flags symbolizing the occupation of dozens of nations were draped across a stage in Toronto's Earl Bales Park, glorifying Russia's colonization of them. From that stage, both Russian diplomats and Canadian elected officials spoke, minimizing the crimes of the Soviet regime and directly denying the experiences and histories of the nations and people who were victims of it. In Canada today, Kremlin-aligned academics and commentators operate in our universities and media, shaping narratives to align with Moscow's historical revisionism. Former officials and columnists contribute to this effort, undermining our collective understanding of history and indirectly enabling Russia's ongoing aggression and the exploitation of ethnic minorities trapped inside Putin's Russia. So